Another crinoid, this time sat on what looks like a chrysogorgid coral. And not much else in the area.
Those barnacles down there, video. Copilot, have you used the Titan on Sirius before?
I do not believe so.
It's always a good thing to get familiar with. I usually follow the tether with it down to the vehicle and back up to Sirius just to see if it's doing okay.
That's this controller, right?
Yeah, 2 enter for Sirius, 1 enter for V2.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Not sure what it is.
Took a picture of it this morning. It's a little piece of plastic or something.
Oh, is it?
Gonna go snap zoom on this urchin or whatever it is down here.
Zooming in.
If we get a chance, there's a coral fan that's kind of tucked behind the boulder on the upper right of the screen. As soon as you finish doing what you're doing.
Looks like an enemy.
Zoom in when you're
Okay,
ready.
sure,
Yeah,
Chris.
Zooming in.
Just quick.
So this looks like a cup coral, which is a
Holding.
type of scleractinian.
Yeah, I think we've seen plenty of these.
Okay, zooming out.
What was Chris Kelly asking for, Watcher?
So in the top right-hand corner of the, well, yeah, if you were to head into the top right-hand corner, there would be a large fan coral, which I think Chris wanted to look at.
Okay.
Please.
Fan coral.
It was just behind the boulder. That's a joke, by the way. I think it was that big boulder, actually.
So, do a snap zoom when you're ready.
I think. Oh, is that it right there? I thought he said it was a boulder. We can do a snap zoom on this one if you want.
Okay, zooming in.
Go ahead.
Holding.
Is it possible to get any more zoom than that?
Yeah, zooming in.
Stand by
Holding
Dan.
here.
Yeah, it looks like it's another possible paragorgia, maybe, or it could be a plexaurid. Now I'm looking at it. Probably a plexaurid.
Is this of interest to collect, Chris, or should we move on?
I think you can move on.
Okay. So, pilots, did you hear that? If we could keep going after you finished looking at this.
Okay, sure.
So this is a plexaurid coral, and
One of the,
Just get a full shot for
go
2
on, Chris.
seconds and
Sure.
you'll be fine.
I was just going to say one of the characteristics you look at for this group is the scales on the branches, which we just got a beautiful view of. So it's like they have a lot of tiny little plates covering their branches, unlike some of the other corals.
There's a little fish right there.
And there's a fish in
Can we go snap on him?
Sure, zooming in. Holding.
So that looks like one of those orange ruffy relatives. Holoptheus, was that the genus? And this is one of the commercial species from this area. So this is a great spot.
Thank you, Bridge. Pilot ship moves complete.
Copy that.
Looks like he's just about looking down on you, so I'll give you guys a second to start moving
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Copy
Unless
that.
you'd want me to call it
Full
in now.
wide.
Thanks, video. Saw something red down in there. Is that a squat lobster?
In the background in that last shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shrimp or something.
Okay. Alright.
You can do a quick zoom if you want. It's up to you.
You can do a snap soon.
Okay, going in. Holding.
Yeah, sure.
Shrimp.
Copy.
And a little squat lobster on the left or something.
Okay.
Okay, zooming out.
Thank you.
Full wide.
It's interesting that shrimp that he just zoomed in on, it's Heterocarpus ensifer, and
I
it's
think they're going to want
actually considered to be a commercially valuable deepwater shrimp in Hawaii and some other places.
Probably.
What was the genus of that, Chris?
It's Heterocarpus.
Oh, yeah, so the same one as yesterday.
Valley.
Sorry, yep.
What's your camera angle to me, co-pilot?
81 and coming up.
Copy that.
Make sure you, as he comes up the hill, make sure you pull up on the winch. Give
Yeah.
him a little room.
I've been keeping it between 10 and 15.
If you see the drum, it's not. There it goes.
Yeah.
So when he's directly under, you want to be closer to 15, and as he stretches out, you want to be closer to 10.
Okay.
That's the general rule of thumb. Every situation is a little different. You all learn to judge it, but especially in the beginning,
Yeah, for sure.
he's underneath you. 15 is comfortable, and
Okay.
as he's out like that, 10 is okay. Is is good. I'll get a ship going.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that.
Same, maybe
Okay.
a little bit more
Maybe-
north.
Maybe a little, yeah, left. Yeah.
Okay.
9-0.
So 090 something.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Saw little crabs scooting along down there. See him? Hermit crab, maybe?
So there's another one of those pagurid hermit crabs with the anemone on its back, as well as
Go snap.
either a pom-pom anemone, which is Liponema, or
Holding.
Yeah, just hold there. Have we imaged these today?
I don't think we've done this species,
Okay.
but we did yesterday.
Okay.
So We used to, in Hawaii, we used to go to Liponema brevicornis, then we backed off to Liponema species on there. These white tips, I think it was Daphne Fountain, who's one of the world's authorities on anemones. She identified a white tip pom-pom anemone like this as not actually Liponema. She thought it would be, she thought it could be in the genus Velocera. So that one has white tips. I'm a little shaky on what it is.
Yeah, the ones with white tips, I mean, we have to be careful to not confuse them, which I don't think we are, with the Corallomopharians, because those have like the little sort of white bobbles on the end of the tentacles, don't they?
Right, so that's not going to be a Corallomopharian. It's going to be something quite similar to Liponema.
Right.
Only two sort of pom-pom anemones like that we're familiar with, at least in the Central Pacific, are Liponema and Velocera.
Another one of these crinoids. I'm pretty sure these crinoids are the most abundant animals we've seen on today's dive and also yesterday's dive. What looks like a lepidisis coming up.
Do a quick snap zoom on this to look at the polyps if we have a chance?
Sure.
Sure. Go ahead. Video.
Zooming in.
Still moving, but we just want to do a snap.
Holding.
Oh. Touchdown for it.
So Scott France, one of our coral experts, agrees this is a lepidisis, and he notes that it has a very thick skeleton.
You can come in on the polyps whenever you want.
Okay, zooming in. Holding.
Do you want a dark background? I can tilt up.
Sure.
That'd be better.
Easier to see the polyps.
Yeah.
Oop.
I was trying to see if we could just...
Beautiful imagery.
Okay, I think we got enough.
Okay.
Zooming out.
We done with this subject, watch
Yes, thank you pilots, thank you video.
Full wide.
Copy. That's pretty good lighting with the uppers out like that, isn't it? Makes it pretty even. Can you hear me at all?
Oh yeah, no, I heard you.
I thought you just couldn't hear me still. You were just ignoring me.
The lighting looks great. I guess, yeah, they're usually...
Another one of those
tilted in more,
lepidisis
or,
perhaps coming up.
inward more,
Yeah.
typically.
Yeah.
This one's much longer.
You want to do a snap on polyps here?
Sure.
I think, oh, there's another one behind it as well. I think we can just carry on,
Okay,
please.
sure. You turn my lasers on, Copilot?
Yes.
Just to get size reference. Okay, you can kill him now. Thanks. Onward.
I'm just passing another one of those Liponema anemones that we've seen already.
Yeah, sure.
Could we take a zoom at that little black single unbranched thing that's just going off to the lower right?
Do you want to turn? Do you want me to turn this at all?
Pilot, so just in the bottom center, just there's a single branched black coral. Yeah, so now moving into the center. Could we zoom on that for a second, please?
Sure.
I think this is Piranapathes, and that would be the first record of it here.
Okay, video, go ahead.
Going in, zooming in. Holding here.
So Chris, is this an Antipotherian or black coral?
And pilot, let me know if you want me to take your camera.
Copy. You can give it all you got in the video.
Okay, zooming in.
Sorry. It's oscillation. We're clear with this watch lead?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
We can move on.
Zooming out. And might get a full frame before we go all the way up.
Oh. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
There's full frame. Well, it was. There we go.
Great. Okay, zooming out.
Great. Coming up.
Full wide.
Copy.
So Nav, can we have an update on how far from the end point we are? Please.
Is that a ghost reading behind me, pilot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Likely. Well, no, probably not actually. It's slant range to the boulders that are behind us.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's probably not. Sometimes it reflects, and we get some weird reflections, but. One easy way to tell is if you spin like 5 degrees or something, if this goes with it and doesn't stay across from that, then,
Okay.
you know. probably want to come up with me as I come up here.
Copy that.
Yeah, with on the hues, you get a little tight.
Never mind, sorry. Yeah, maybe if we could take a look at this whip coral that's directly below us. It's another type of black coral we haven't documented yet.
The orange one directly in front of us, correct, Chris?
Copy that.
Correct.
The snap zoom here.
It's just
video.
looped.
Zooming in.
What's that?
Is it the one on the right or the left?
I was looking at that fish briefly while I was in frame because I know the corals aren't going anywhere. It just looked like it was doing something weird. Anyway, let's go for the one on the right.
Okay.
I'm going to set down.
Yes,
this
please.
briefly.
And how quickly can we get there?
The bamboo.
Sorry, what?
Okay, go ahead and take my camera, co-pilot. And zoom as you want on video.
Okay, zooming in. Just go real tight.
And I'll let you call out the tilt stand.
Okay, thanks very much, Nav.
Let's hold this for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry if you weren't finished.
It's a nice shot.
Okay, so this is
Perfect.
likely an icidid, and it's probably, according to Scott France, a different species from the previous lepiditis we've been looking at, which was the white one.
Can you tilt up a hair, co-pilot? Or
Copy that.
I guess
I got it.
I thought you had camera control
I did.
already.
I was moving the other one.
Okay.
A little further.
Tilt down a bit.
Chris, do you
Whoa.
think this is interesting,
There you go.
interesting
Right there.
enough or rare enough for us to collect, or would you like to move
pilot,
on?
I'm starting to catch up to you. I don't have control of that camera right now,
I'm
but
going to let Scott answer that because Les isn't here, unfortunately. So Scott's
show
going to
you
be
where I'm
the
at.
resident icidid expert.
Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit.
Yeah, copy that. If we're going to collect this, we need to know soon.
Full frame.
yeah, I'm over you.
Yeah, I need to go anyway.
Okay, coming out.
Yeah,
Full wide.
that's okay.
Okay, you have camera control again,
Copy.
pilot.
There are other biological demands anyway. Sorry, Scott.
Come up.
I am.
Come up.
I'm on my way up. Mm-hmm. That's better.
Yeah, if you're looking back and downslope at me, that's not.
But just to confirm, at one point maybe we could get a close look at one of these fans just to make sure we know what it is.
Sure, we can do that now.
I think it's another type of bamboo, but I don't think it's the same type of thing we were calling Acanella.
It's pretty good.
And do you think these smaller ones to the right that we're going to zoom on are the same as the huge one on the left-hand side?
Do we want to take it? Let's take a look at that one. That seems more interesting.
That would be my guess.
I'm starting to get over you again, pilot.
Okay.
I will swing over you, though. And we need to move whenever you're ready.
That's not the same thing. Okay, let's get a snap zoom from here, video.
Okay. On
Fan.
what? Just okay. One in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay, zooming in.
I know. It's,
So there's a nice little community of corals here, and there was also a sea
Hold
star lower down the rock.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a couple of these corals have little commensal, either shrimp or
Go
squat
ahead, take a close
lobsters.
look at the polyps. It's good.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Zooming in. And I'm gonna hold here.
We got. Never mind. I'm not sure what we're looking at here. Thought we had two different things going on, like a corallian in the back and a bamboo in front, but I'm not sure now.
So the ship is stopped?
No, it's a red bamboo in the back.
Okay. Sorry, Dan.
Yep. Fine.
So Scott is saying this is the same thing that we were looking at on yesterday's dive.
Just going for the background one.
Okay.
Just looks a little nicer, I think.
Yeah. Can zoom in a little tighter.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That's
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So zoom out.
Clear.
Full wide.
Copy. Okay. So you're over me. You're facing about uphill, it looks like.
yes.
I'll just get out in front and keep moving.
Okay.
No, I'll get out in front first. His camera angle's 90 degrees down, so.
So the probable carbonate that we're seeing looks a lot like yesterday's carbonate, a little bit more fractured and fissured, but otherwise pretty similar to what as we were diving on the other part of Santa Rosa.
Still a lot of glare in the upper part of my screen. Maybe try putting those upper swing arms back out in front. I think that's why we usually have them farther out front.
Okay.
Or I meant just a little bit.
Oh.
you know, you have them back
45
about
degrees.
10 degrees, so you can put them forward like 10 degrees. Yeah, more, or even a little farther back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the normal way I've flown with them before. That looks good.
Okay.
I don't think I helped with the glare actually, but it didn't hurt it.
I can try turning those lights off for a second if you want.
Yeah, see if it's caused by them.
Okay.
Nav, I think we're ready for that ship move now. I'm not in front. Let's see. Let's do, we might have to kind of go that way. Let's do, yeah. Yeah.
Did that help?
No, that's not the problem.
Coming back on.
Okay.
Will you like them in that configuration? Okay.
Maybe just try turning off the lowers real quick and see if that's causing it.
Lowers.
Yep.
You want to try?
Well, we can't really turn off the mains. So
No.
Well, you could turn off the mains for a second.
You want me to try?
Just to, yeah.
Both?
Yeah,
One.
one at a time, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a little better.
So that's causing it.
So let's see what the other one does.
So it's port main. It must be reflecting off something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well,
you want to
let's-
try disabling for a second?
No, I think,
Oh, we know that that's
yeah, we can't.
Kinda.
Maybe it's off the craft or the temp probe. But
What's your camera angle right now, Carl?
it's about horizontal, I think,
Yeah.
because we have this interesting terrain to look at straight.
Yeah.
I can go down a touch more. That helps.
That might help, yeah.
Do you want me to try to look over there with the PTZ and see?
The little one?
Yeah, the little
pilot? Yeah, you can play with the pilot camera.
Okay.
A couple quite large corals here. What looks like another Okeanos fish
Little
just going
fish
on the left.
yeah.
Where?
Some
Oh, I see.
crinoids holding. Yeah, I mean, we've seen loads of these, so
Oh,
don't
yeah.
feel
Okay.
obliged to, yeah.
Another fish at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Do a quick zoom.
Quick zoom.
Make sure it was
Zooming in.
Oh no, okay, so I wasn't talking about that fish.
Yeah, you were talking about the one that went off screen.
Yeah.
Coming back up.
Okay, hold here.
Here we go.
This one's not the Okeanos, right?
No,
There's something
definitely
different.
not. This
No.
is something else.
Shoreside, anybody want to try to identify this one?
There are also some ophiuroids on the rock.
This is going to be another one of those plectanthrias from similar to yesterday, I'm pretty sure, with the tall dorsal spine and the barring pattern.
Yeah, isn't this one we saw that was at the base of one of the corals yesterday?
No, it's not the same one that was at the base of the coral. It was one of the ones, though, that we imaged probably between some rocks or something yesterday.
Okay.
Going a little tighter video.
Zooming in. Holding. Ah.
Oh, he's shy. Okay.
Okay,
Go what?
zooming out.
And I am coming above you,
Yeah.
but I've got a pretty large delta Z.
Okay. Coming
Full
ahead. 080.
So it's been interesting between this dive and yesterday's dive. One of the things we didn't see today was that extensive time when we saw both volcanics and carbonate crust at the same time. Yesterday we sort of ran through a whole section of that. Remember that, Diva? And today we saw volcanics when we first landed, and we almost immediately kind of moved into carbonates, and I think that's mostly where we've been. But we're back in that large, fissured, blocky carbonate crust range.
Yeah, everything's looking good. Your sonar is pretty much lined up with uphill.
Quite a few more corals in this area. They all look to be sort of the same species, or quite similar.
I wonder if we could take a look at that white colony in the upper right.
Sure. And there's also a fish on the way. So there's a fish just in the fissure, and then there's a white colony just to the right of that pilot. If we could look at both of those, please.
Let's start with the fish.
Okay, zooming in on the fish in the fissure.
Yeah.
Fish.
Holding here.
Okay. See a new one?
Did you just say the fish in the fissure?
We did say the fish in the fissure.
So what kind of fish are we looking at?
This is Holardia. It's a fish that typically likes to hang out around coral colonies. I'm not sure if it's the same species that we have in Hawaii, which is Holardia goslini, but it's definitely in that genus.
Take control of the camera.
And it's in the family Triacanthodidae.
Excellent. I see I'm kind of below Sirius.
Yeah, but your delta Z is 18 to 20.
Very good.
Do we know why he hangs out with coral colonies?
Ending, so that you're not going to get too far ahead.
No, I don't. Maybe he gets some type of protection, or maybe somehow feeding on little amphipods and things on the coral. He's got a mouth that's sort of a picker type of a mouth.
Thanks, Chris.
Would you like me to zoom out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Zooming out.
I was following him down, but then I bottomed out.
Yeah, and if we could look at this beautiful white coral with the black stems.
Is that a eel
That's
or another fish?
Fascinating looking. Have we seen that before?
Like,
I don't think so.
Upper left.
The black stems are very
I
interesting.
think it's a black coral, and it could be Leopathes.
Yeah,
oh,
I see him. Yeah.
Worth a look.
We're just going to look at this eel first.
Oh,
Where?
See at the top.
Oh, right behind, like top of the frame center.
Oh, yeah. Zoom in on that.
I think he's.
Can we get this green eel first?
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to do.
This is an enigmatic
If you
fish.
can tilt up, we could do a quick zoom.
Sure. Just trying to work up.
Sure. We'll zoom
There
in.
you go.
Okay. Holding here.
Wow.
It's not making it easy on you, Carl.
It was green.
There he is.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, little guy.
I'm going to zoom out a bit.
Okay.
Holding.
Yeah, can you go wide?
Yeah, coming up.
Try to...
Full wide.
Oh, yeah, it's taken off.
I'm a little in front of you, but it looks like my swing is stopped.
Okay. All right.
So can we go back and check out that coral now?
Certainly.
Thank you.
He was a fast one.
So that eel, I'm trying to find the picture of it that I have of it. It was spotted once in the Lion Islands, I think off of Palmyra or Kingman. That's the only place we've ever seen that eel before.
Wow.
Yeah, I just had a quick flick through the OER guide and I couldn't see it in there.
Okay,
ready for
video.
zoom?
Yeah, I'm just getting it. My toe down. Okay, I'm ready.
Zooming in.
Copilot, will you tilt my camera up?
Absolutely.
Get the coral in frame.
So this coral has 2 ophiuroids living on it,
Very good.
as well as an asteroid, which is clearly
lighting's
having its
kinda harsh.
lunch
Can
or
we turn
dinner.
off port just for a second?
And then what's on the left?
It could be more about moving swing arms.
2
Okay.
ophiuroids, there's
See
one on
what
the
video
left and one on the right,
Okay.
purple, dark purple.
Um,
There also looks like there's an ophiuroid under the
Yeah.
I think
asteroid.
actually if you
If we could zoom in
move
on
the
that,
upper swing
pilots or
arms
video, that
outward
would be great.
to like make that like,
Zoom in on the what?
Upper swing arms more out.
yeah.
It looks like the asteroid is not only eating coral, but also eating an ophiuroid.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Or are those his tentacles?
Oh, no. Okay,
let's-
so it's a really large
Tilt up.
ophiuroid. And those
Really?
are his tentacles, yeah, wrapped underneath
Tell me
him.
how
Can we
far.
zoom in on
It
that?
looked
Good.
like it was an
Okay.
inflated asteroid
Yeah.
feeding. I think that caught a lot of us. But no, Scott is
Holding
very
here.
right. And so are you, Carl. It's definitely a very large ophiuroid.
Wow.
Can we put on the scales, laser scales when we have a chance? Just to see, I mean,
Absolutely.
the size of that disc looks huge.
That's better, Copilot. Thanks.
Okay, laser's coming on.
And so this
We'll have
coral
to
looks like a
zoom out.
plexaurid.
There.
And zooming out for lasers.
And so you can see there are 4 commensal ophiuroids living on this.
Zooming out.
Perhaps 2 different species.
Holding.
So there's the lasers on the coral. I guess his body's, or as he's curled up, he's
So
about
his disc is
8
about-
centimeters. Yeah, his
Yeah.
disc is,
Disc is about 3 maybe?
yeah. I'd
4?
say so.
What's in the background of
That's
that?
pretty big.
The other coral with something at its base?
I think that's just the foothold growing a little
Okay.
funky.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in on the coral polyps.
Yeah, I'll rotate to the right slightly. It's good.
Holding.
Is that another ophiuroid? Did we count that one yet?
The one on the left?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that's just out
So
of
that's
frame.
one of the 4.
Okay.
There you go.
So beautiful plexaurid coral. Thank you very much, pilots. This was
You're
great.
welcome.
Whenever
Anything else
you're
you'd
ready
like to
to-
see on this?
There's
Can
a
we
shrimp
zo-
there.
As we're in position, we can
Okay.
zoom on the shrimp and also the primnoid just behind.
Sure. Let's go for the shrimp. I'll just rotate a little.
Okay, I'm not partial.
Okay.
If the shrimp is on the coral, yes,
Yeah.
we most certainly need to zoom on that
Yeah.
for Mary
Okay,
Wixton.
let's go in.
Okay, zooming in.
Might have to tilt up.
Tilting up.
Holding.
Okay. Keep going.
Zooming in. Full zoom.
Very good.
focus on.
The coral's blowing around in the current too.
I'm not really sure what type of shrimp this is.
Looks like he's partly clear. It's hard to see.
Maybe a pandalid? I don't know. That's great anyway.
Okay.
When you're ready to move along, we're more
Okay.
than happy to.
Zooming out. Full wide.
Good. Okay, moving on. So I'll get out ahead again.
You have control of your camera again.
Go out.
Do you want your swing arms back where they were, or is it okay right here?
We can leave them there until they...
Yeah, I think on the flatter terrain, having the upper swing arms further out
Okay.
looks nicer.
like
more
as
even.
far back as they are.
Yeah, makes it a little more even.
Okay.
Would we be able to take a quick zoom on that yellow patch on the coral right by the lasers? I
You
think
wanna
this
do a
could
quick
be
zoom?
a starting
Sure.
gold coral.
Ready?
Yep.
Zooming in. Holding here.
I think you are right, Chris.
So the tricky part is determining whether this is actually Kulamanamana or whether it's another type of zoanthid.
Yeah.
Scott and I were sort of emailing each other about this morning. Not that easy. The odd thing about this one, too, is that it's growing on a primnoid, which is a little bit unusual.
Well, actually, do we want a closer look at this, or is that...
Chris, was that sufficient, or do you want to zoom in again?
That was sufficient. I think for now we can only go to parazoanthid.
Okay, great. Thank you, Pilot. That's great. We can move on. So just like yesterday, as we're coming up the slope, we're moving into higher densities of coral. A few different types here. But not much else. Barely any sponges, barely any echinoderms apart from crinoids. Couple fish, not as much as yesterday again. Ooh, what's the bright pink or orange one? Oh yeah, this is
Definitely found a lot more.
Yeah, high density community.
Let's see. Bright pink. Video. Let's zoom on this.
Zooming in. Holding here.
Okay. Slowly setting down to get it stable.
So I think the one on the right is just a primnoid, and then this red one is a paragogia, another one of these bubblegum corals. I just don't think we've seen one quite as vivid as this on this dive. Thank you, Pilot. That's excellent.
You want me to zoom out?
Yeah. No, you can stay there. I'll tilt down.
Okay.
There we go. That's
Ooh, and there's an awesome echinoid behind it.
Yeah.
Pilot, can you get the camera and tilt up for me?
Copy that.
There we go.
Okay, zooming in.
Should we wait here till the echinoid crawls out from behind? It'll be
That
about
might be a while.
an hour or so.
Cool. Zooming out. partial.
He's definitely on the move, but
Oh, yeah, we got a.
they don't really go anywhere fast.
We get a better view of that guy in the back.
Yeah. You can.
Swing out. Full wide.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay, zooming in. Holding.
Good.
He wins for color scheme. It is an echinoid,
Pilot, can you,
so a type of
tilt
sea
down?
urchin.
Copy
Wow. How big are those?
that.
What are the scales?
You can get the lasers on there when we zoom out. Copilot, tilt down again. There you go.
So this is a type of sedarid sea urchin. They're known for their thicker spines. But further from that, I cannot tell you. But great colors. Oh, so Chris is saying he thinks it's a Cynopodina pulchella. Chris, have you seen this in the Northwesterns?
This is a dead ringer for the same merchant that's in Hawaii.
At similar depths or shallower or deeper?
Similar depth.
Interesting.
That's cool. All right,
Someone
I'll
should
zoom
do
out
some
the
genetic
lasers.
studies.
Okay.
Okay, pilot, that's great. If we could keep moving up.
Copilot, can you tilt up to get the
ridge.
lasers on him?
Copy that.
There you go.
Cool. All
Spine
right.
to spine is almost 10.
Zooming out. Full wide.
Yeah. I'll grab my camera back.
Okay.
So, in Michael McHugh, who is the curator at Underwater Guam, if I'm not mistaken, he was just saying that that is a new record for that urchin in the Marianas.
In terms of depth, you mean?
No, I think
Or
in terms of just overall
here.
presence.
Okay.
Yeah, hey.
Wow, look at that fissure.
Okay, I think I'm out ahead now. We could get another move on. Yeah, he's aimed.
I'm about 53 degrees.
And you're heading 090. Still
090.
Does that agree with HiPAC pretty much? Yeah.
Looks like it.
All right. Sounds good. Do you want to get a quick zoom on this snail? I think.
That snail.
Standing by.
Okay, go for it.
Zooming in. Holding.
Copilot, want to
You're
get
open?
lasers off?
Absolutely.
That is very cool. Did we see snails yesterday?
I don't think so. So maybe this is from the family Margaritidae. He's
Zooming
pretty
in.
chunky.
Okay. Putting the space in his direction of motion.
Holding. Just have to tilt down very slowly.
As he goes. Got a nice
Beautiful
pattern on the
imagery. Yeah, this is great. It's interesting that that all fits into a shell.
I agree. Yeah.
Good shot, Carl.
Thank you.
There is a
whenever
gas,
you're
though.
ready.
They're using it on here.
Full wide.
These are different. Or I can just take that one. Here. Give it this
Continue up this fissure.
So, pilot.
Yes.
If and when we see a loose rock, and I stress the if at this moment, that is of an appropriate size, we might want to grab it because I'm not really sure we're going to be able to find one of those fossil-laden rocks.
Okay. Just anywhere from now till the top.
I think so. I think it might just be
Okay.
worth looking at.
Do that.
Thank you.
Nothing in the immediate view.
Right, that's what I figured.
So what looks like a lot of coral rubble, maybe, in the crevices. So I guess that maybe hints
Here,
at
can we zoom at the rubble?
a lot of coral further up the slope.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely coral.
A slurp gun would be perfect at this
Hold it.
time. Could just suck some of that right
No,
in.
but it's all dead.
Yeah, but it'd
Isn't
be
it?
interesting to look at.
No tissue. Biologists would be like, this is not
Why did we
helpful.
take this?
Well, not totally unhelpful, but... Oh, and there's an Antipatherian. Oh, no. Primnoid, sorry. Primnoid coral. And lots of the dead stuff.
Okay, go wide.
Zooming out. Full wide.
So now we're finally starting to see that flat platform that I had expected. Even when, you know, a couple 100 meters back was...
Oh, is that a big crab right in front of that coral? Dead center?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, and we're also seeing a lot more
You
life.
see the crab video?
Yeah, it's at the base of that coral on the left. Big orange pinchers.
Oh, I
at the
see it.
bottom.
I thought it was part of that coral. Yeah.
Just a little bit left of center, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I see him now.
Oh, maybe it's not a coral. Maybe it's just a squat.
He's big.
Squat lobster. He is quite big.
Can we get the lasers on?
Lasers on.
No, maybe crab.
Oh yeah, he's big.
Maybe we should wait
Maybe
until we get
should wait,
closer.
yeah. Okay, jeez. Definitely crab.
Okay.
Zooming in.
Zoom.
He looks like he's protecting that coral.
Maybe he is.
Should we?
Oh my.
That's
No, it's a squat lobster. Squat lobster. Final verdict.
It's not very squat.
I think it's the same one with the 5 rostral spines from yesterday. And yes, he is not very squat.
cool. Okay. Yeah, we got some good images. Of
He's
the
got
same one
something to
yesterday.
fend off.
All right.
Zooming out.
D2.
Moving along.
Thank you very much, pilot. So that's likely a Munida squat lobster.
Can you tilt down, co-pilot?
I'm working on it right now.
Track.
What's interesting about this is that yesterday when we finally hit the high density corals, it felt like there were a lot of different types. And this one, I mean, obviously I'm not a coral
Another
expert.
No,
crab.
but this is
But
an
it looks
excellent
like
observation.
it looks much more similar.
Definitely.
But look at that dude.
Another squatty.
Holding.
What is he standing on?
A dead coral stump.
Just trying to intimidate us.
I think we should leave, guys.
Okay, let's go. Full wide video.
Zooming out.
I'm afraid.
Full wide.
Yeah, I think that joke fell flat. So for those of you joining us now, we are on Santa
I
Rosa
am
South site, which is
Over you, but
just
again,
south
big
of Guam. This is a ridge